Welcome to the PM Box webcast series. My name is Neil Stolovitsky, and for today's session, I will be covering the top 10 must-have reports for project managers. For today's agenda, I will be covering the following topics. What type of reports are project managers seeking? Then I will be getting into our top 10 lists based on customer feedback. And finally, I'll be wrapping things up on how to build a reporting strategy for project managers. So what type of reports do we typically hear project managers are seeking? There are really two types of reports, whether you're running a NPD, IT, or professional service organization, and they are the bottom-up type reports and the top-down type reports. So for the bottom-up reports, you're talking about tactical day-to-day reports to track progress and bottlenecks on a daily basis and really react quickly to any issues. Top-down are more of those strategic type reports, making sure there's an alignment with the portfolio projects and corporate objectives and provides that executive view. Reporting from both of these perspectives are key in effectively moving projects in the right direction, and those reports are definitely taken into consideration when we created our top 10 list. So let's get into our top 10 list that we built based on customer feedback. Report number 10. Budget tracking report of internal and external activities. So this is a key financial type of report that you'll see primarily in professional service organizations, but even in IT organizations as well, where they want to track the budget against the plan and the actual. And in professional service organizations, of course, they also want to look at their margins, what was billed and not billed. So this is really one of those strategic reports, especially when you're delivering project to customers. Number 9. The cost tracking report by phase and project. So this is more of a tactical report that we see typically in professional service organizations. Day-to-day type of reporting, making sure every step of the way you're meeting your cost and your financials and that you're not running over budget. Number 8, and this is probably our most popular report that we hear from our customers from a financial point of view, and this is looking at your budget and cost at the portfolio view. Why this is so important? Because this allows you to look at your total portfolio projects, prioritize, deprioritize, align projects that are profitable versus those are not profitable, those that are more in line with revenue objectives of the organizations and so forth. Now we get into more of the resource reports. So number 7, we have the resource utilization by team leader report. So this is a very popular report, especially for project managers. They want to see what's happening with their current team and make those decisions whether they have the right availability and utilization of their team and that the distribution of work of their various team members are not impacting other projects. Number 6, another resource report. This gives you that global view of your resource pool. So this doesn't only refer to those project managers, but it's very useful as well for resource managers that need to look at your entire resource pool and make those decisions of who's being utilized, looking at capacity, looking at availability, and making sure that we're maximizing the talent in the right places. And finally, the most popular resource report is report number 5. The capacity report by resource type. This could also be used by skill set as well. The way this report typically is leveraged is when a project manager or resource manager knows they need a developer, a consultant, or someone on production to work on a particular project in a particular time frame. You have the capability to see the availability, the maximum amount of resources of that category type at their disposal and make that decision on whether they should push that project ahead or not, or do it in a certain time frame based on the availability of the right skills and roles. Number 4, and this is a portfolio report. So this is now we're looking at more of those strategic top-down portfolio reports. This is a demand management report. Big demand for this type of report specifically for organizations that are managing a pipeline of potential projects. So this gives you that visibility where the projects are from a prioritization point of view. Based on their own unique success factors, they could determine what projects to promote or to demote or to put on hold. So very strategic report used by the PMOs and project managers. Number 3, the plan versus actual report. Used by anyone within a project-centric organization in a management position. So this really allows you to see what's happening at your list of projects and really gauge what you plan versus what's actually happening in the field, and seeing the remaining and looking at those deltas and responding accordingly. Identifying those bottlenecks, seeing who's causing the delay in projects. Very, very tactical and important report, making sure that projects hit their target. Number 2, probably the most popular report that we've seen at the portfolio level. It's called the multi-project Gantt chart report. So this allows you to get a snapshot, a high-level snapshot of what's happening at your portfolio projects. It could be grouped by program or by product line, or it could be all your projects, or it could be 3 random projects. So this lets you know where things stand across various timelines. In addition to that, it also shows you interdependencies between projects. So another very important or strategic piece when it comes to portfolio management, where you have dependencies between projects, that's allowed through a multi-project view. And finally, the number one report is the project status dashboard and report. So this is one of those reports that every project manager needs to have in their tool belt as part of their arsenal, especially when it comes to those weekly meetings. To have that weekly status report, that's key to have those important metrics to see where things stand. And of course, they'll always have those dashboards to make things a little bit more visual and more palatable to executives and stakeholders, is to have that traffic light indicator report, letting you know where things stand and responding accordingly, whether you're in the field or whether you're doing progress meetings or update meetings as well. So to wrap things up, I'm just going to give you a couple of key tips in terms of building a reporting strategy so that you are successful when trying to leverage the reports within your organization. The most important thing that you can really take away from building a strategy is the centralization of information. So reporting off a single resource pool is going to be key to ensuring that you have that reporting that's going to be successful and that's really going to help you work better. One single resource pool allows you to see availability, utilization, capacity across all the projects and all portfolios and really respond in a much more effective manner. In addition to that, to have a web platform really allows management and all the stakeholders to access the information in a timely manner. Having timely access to reports is also a key success factor in ensuring that you can get the most out of those reports. To build on top of that, having a single project repository. So not only a single resource pool, but having all your project information in one single place when it comes to querying that data and making those strategic and tactical decisions, that's going to be key when looking to build out a reporting strategy. Also have to think about the different security profiles. So depending on who you are, obviously you're going to share different pieces of information with different user types. You don't want to have the wrong information end up in the wrong hands. That could definitely be detrimental to the project. So again, that should be part of your strategy. And finally, identifying a dashboard strategy on top of your reporting strategy. So having those unique dashboards built for those unique resource types is really going to improve adoption and improve decision making. So I want to thank you for taking time for attending this session today. And if you want to provide me any comments or feedback, please go to pmbox.geniusinside.com. If you want to learn more about Genius Inside, you're welcome to go to our website at www.geniusinside.com.